Nestled in the Rocky Mountains, Folsom Field in Boulder. Another season of EA Sports college football kicking off here in Week 0. It's the Clemson Tigers and the Colorado Buffaloes. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Nestled into the gorgeous mountains in Boulder, Colorado, Folsom Field is a spectacular viewing venue for college football. The new coach has it rocking and rolling. Folsom Field continues to build on their tradition of the Buffaloes football team. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. And the Buffaloes kickoff unit is ready, and so is this home crowd. They've been waiting on the season, and here we go. Coming out with it, it's Brown. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Makes the grab, it's Brown. Push down for the tackle.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
The Buffaloes calling their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Clemson will send the punt team out. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
The Buffaloes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
And short now from their own 48. just going to keep it after the snap. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
They find Wesco open on the right. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's 1st down. He goes right back to the air. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Let's take a second and talk about Clemson. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. A great catch and run for 6.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3-and-out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it, be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Yeah, and you can tell the quarterback breaks a little bit. He starts moving and tries to throw a little bit across his body. And why is that dangerous? You're not accurate. You're not accurate with the football when you do that. And you could tell it wasn't close to being a completion. He's got to do a better job setting his feet and making a clear, concise, good throw.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Trying to beat the D deep. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Wants to throw again. Tight end finds a soft spot. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
To the air on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in 4th down again. Job there, pass defense, 3rd down. This defense now starting to put it together.
The Bucs offense ready to begin this drive. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. The short hands, it's Perry. He'll get it out to the 14 before going out of bounds.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Here's Lewis to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They give it to him first time this season for the transfer. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
What a great job by this defense. You get 3rd down stop, and you're like, yes, put my hand in the air, 4th down, force a punt. They go for it, and you get a stop and set your offense up in great field position already. Nice job by this defense.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
What a great play by the linebacker. Do you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run the option. They'll get the transfer rolling with an early carry. Touchdown, Tigers! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And that's why it's so tough to stop an option offense in plays like this, because defensively you've got to be so good with your assignments. Someone needs the dive. Someone needs the quarterback. Who's got the pitch man? That time nobody on defense had the answer.
And the point after is good. And he takes this from inside the 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They'll send the back in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Young.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Lewis. Under fire. Fires downfield. Pulls it in. It's Perry. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Young. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15.
Maybe some room here. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Colorado!
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. The run inside. It's Johnson. Breaks into the open. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. This Tiger running game starting to show some juice, sort of a C.J. Spiller type of feel.
Yeah, and it doesn't always hit you early. It doesn't always hit you on the first possession, but I do think they've done a good job over the years, Clemson, with sticking with the run game, creating that balance, trying to get those first downs, and trying to create some tempo against your defense.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Here's a heat. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives him the ball in prime field position at the 40.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Throwing, Lewis. The short hands, it's Young. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern.
Sweep. Go!
On the gun on third down, Lewis. Quickly complete. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
They'll move the wide receiver. Lewis to throw. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Slings it downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
So now it's second and long. To the air again, Lewis. Complete on the left to Williams. He'll be stopped, but not before. He carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And the Buffaloes have it with a first and goal. In the red area, it's Young. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's second and goal.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run.
Has it! Good throwing catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick six.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around him. There was just a lot of open green, and he took off. Great job by his teammates on defense, getting downfield and setting up some blocks.
Finds the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. Escapes the pressure to his right. And he'll just get rid of that one.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Looking to throw again. Makes the grab. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
The offense knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Running inside, it's Johnson. And he's in! Touchdown, Clemson!
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So the final tally on that drive will be 31 yards, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he'll be stopped. The return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Young.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Williams got it at the 45 on its way. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Taking it the other way.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available.
Finding some room. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. He's got the tight end. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
Trying to find the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, Clemson.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. His drive will open from the 15. Here's Lewis to throw. It's complete to the right. Snags it, and there's running room. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Colorado will go ahead and use its second timeout here. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Lewis wants to pass. He spins that thing down the middle. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Bucks! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half. That is a time window that oftentimes determines games, and you're seeing it potentially happen here. It was critical the offense was able to go down, drive the field, and score a touchdown here late in the first half, knowing they get the ball back first in the second half. And if they go out right away in the second half and good things happen, this game takes on a completely different feel.
One more play before the teams head to the locker room. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the right. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, week 1, the start of a brand new season, and it's our pleasure to welcome you into the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at UCLA taking on the number 16, the Miami Hurricanes. And it's the Bruins, setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. 2 teams who were very familiar with the end zone today, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here after the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
Lewis. He's got him. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
and quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Third down from the gun, Lewis. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He might want another play. It's Lewis again. And they can't connect, a costly turnover on downs.
Man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You've set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
On the ground, it's Haynes. There's some room. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you scored. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
He'll bring it out. It's Perry. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Colorado offense comes out to go on the attack. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Takes the easy completion. Caught, and he's got room. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
Man, this guy is so dangerous running it, and the speed can also help him extend the play to hurt you throwing it, David. As a defense, what do you got to do to keep this guy in the pocket?
And the hard part is, once he gets outside the pocket, you have to play the second play. The first.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And that Clemson defensive front getting their paws on dudes and making their presence felt.
And, Reese, that's how they built their dynasty. I mean, I know the offense was flash and sizzle and was really good, but, man, it's the Dexter Lawrence and the Christian Wilkins in the defensive front. Those big boys that could get after the quarterback, that played relentless. Those guys really set the tone and set the foundation for Clemson and big-time success.
Here comes the heat. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the tight end.
Now, I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this game, third and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance to convert these third downs.
Makes a move. There he goes. Open it up. Touchdown, Tigers. The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on it, and he just goes soof and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. and the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Throwing, Lewis. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Now the play fake. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Missed the connection on 2nd, now looking at a 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. The run inside. It's Haynes. Hard running there. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Just feeds the running back. Got a little grass. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on 2nd. Pulls it in, it's Brown. Turning it on! And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field.
Makes the catch, and he's free. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Pocket breaking down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Never a doubt. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Running inside, it's Young. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Give to the running back. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And, man, he really hasn't been the problem today. How about that? He's rushed for over 100 yards. Another big chunk play on the ground. They've continued to be able to run the football well, but here now in the second half, you've built yourself a deficit. I wonder how many more runs they got in him. They got to open this passing attack up and make some big plays.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's Lewis to throw. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory.
Ready. Red 18. Where did he go?
Lewis to throw for it on 4th. That one comes out hot down the right side. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play.
Maybe a crease. Got enough for the first. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, and how about this offense, man, putting another drive together, getting in the end zone. And here's the deal. Going on the road, handling these conditions in game 1, they've done a phenomenal job.
And he makes the extra point. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. Buffs offense ready to begin this drive. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
And the Buffaloes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Oh, they're after him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They'll stop playing momentarily for the injured Buff. That's their freshman quarterback who was injured on the play. As they attend to him, Holly will keep an eye on things for us. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Perry. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. The Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs.
Ready? 129, 129. Ready, go.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Atkins.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the game.
2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Scrambling away. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. The run inside. It's Johnson.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. Now on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Moore. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And that's kind of crazy. I didn't think that would happen coming into this football game. I didn't think we'd get in the fourth quarter and just call his name. This offense, man, he is a big play, dynamic weapon. They got to continue to get him the ball more because he can make enormous plays for your offense.
After trying the running game on first down, they come to the line on second down. Quarterback keep. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And the ball's out, and they're after it. And the fumble goes out of bounds, and they'll lose a few on that play.
Offense, you're thinking first down, get the first down on third down. Man, you can't put...
And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
I think after failing on the fourth down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the fourth quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game. And he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Creates a little room, and he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.